Hi, friends. This is the Bijou Baker. I'm Maria. It's been a minute, huh? I know. So, before I'll get back to this, just one second. I want to catch you up real quick. The last video I did, I was saying, okay, I'm ready to go, and I was ready to go. I'm working, so now my video time is only on the weekends. So, it's Thursday, and I've got my menu and I've got my uh, pantry stocked again, ready to go. Um, it's Thursday and I'm ready for Saturday to come, and then Friday, bam, I got hit with COVID like a Mack truck, and it hit hard. It hit hard. I was down for like 3 weeks, and then it took another, however, well, recently, to get back energy. So here we are. I belong to a group in Facebook. I'm gonna get the name wrong. Darn it. The best cookies ever, I think that's the name of it. Check them out. They're fun. Um, they're talking a lot about brown butters, and I'm thrilled because I've been browning butter for decades. It's I'll explain as I'm going through, because you don't want to sit here and watch me talk. I'm going to show you the entire process, answer as many questions as I can remember, and even if I remember every single question I was going to ask, I was asked, you guys are going to come up with another 30. So that's okay. Ask away, because a lot of people are afraid to do this because they're intimidated by it. Like, what if I burn it? For me, first thing, if you burn it, you burn it. Then you've learned. You went too far. It's just a matter of a level, heat level, and a time. Browning the butter is going to give it a very nutty flavor. That's my ice maker. It's going to give it a nuttier flavor to whatever you make. My cakes, my cookies, gravy. I'm not kidding when I say toast. So what you're doing is you're removing the milk fat. And it's very much like clarified butter. Clarified butter, I'll tell you when you stop for clarified butter. Then you just keep toasting it. So you melt the butter, you get clarified butter, which is removing the fat solids and the steam. And then you're going to get brown butter because you're toasting what's left. So I'm only going to do 1 cup. So for 1 cup, if you need 1 cup of brown butter, you need to brown 1 cup and 2 tablespoons, because you're getting rid of a lot of liquid and water and such. And so this will give you your 1 cup. So just kind of remember that. Let's say you only have 1 stick. Okay. I need another stick. So we're going to have 2 sticks and 2 tablespoons. So let's just say you only have one cup of butter. Don't worry about it. You can, I know, but you can add a liquid. You can add a dairy, which kind of like, wait a minute, didn't I just get rid of it? But this is a pinch. This is a pinch. In a pinch, you can adjust. There are 100 ways to do one thing. This is just my way. And in the end, all that matters is that you end up with a cup of brown butter. It doesn't matter how it gets done. So just remove that, like, oh, well, I don't have that tool, or I don't have that pan. All you need is a pan, a spoon. I actually use spatulas, so I can scrape the bottom of it and always keep that moving. All right, we're just going to start, and I'll just start answering questions and explaining things as we go, okay? All right, let's go have fun. All right, so I'm going to turn my heat on, I don't know, let's see, a medium. A medium's good. And whether the butter is hard or soft, it doesn't matter. You're melting it, so whatever. The type of butter you use will kind of give you an idea on which way you want to go. The less expensive butter is going to have more liquid in it. I need another stick. As this is melting, sorry, I'm usually prepared. But whatever, I am just human. So the type of butter you have kind of depends. Now, personally, I'm not going to go and spend Kerrygold kind of money on this, because I'm browning it. Kerrygold is a very, very good butter. It's expensive, so I'm not going to put money into this particular item. Butter has about 16% liquids, so we want to get rid of as much of that as we can. We're not going to get rid of all of it, and that's okay. As you get more and more comfortable with this, you will be able to take it darker and darker. So for beginners, Go at your pace. If you want to do this thing on low and it takes 45 minutes, do this thing on low and take 45 minutes. Go with what your comfort zone says, not with what any video says. For this, I'm gonna turn up the heat just so we can continue processing, okay? If I was smart, I would have chopped this up in pieces so it melts faster. That's it. That's just something silly, but you don't have to. Do it, don't do it, it doesn't matter. So we're going to keep browning this. And people are asking, well, what does brown butter do? It kicks up the flavor like 1,000%. It makes things, it gives you kind of like a nutty flavor. It doesn't, obviously there's no nuts in it, but it gives a depth that when you're making cookies or even icing, it just really, man, it just picks it up. Now, the consistency is going to change. Let me show you one that I did the other day. Okay, can you see that? The consistency has changed. I need to pause this 1 second. Something's not right. Okay, I hope that's brighter. It looked a little dark to me. So the consistency is, I don't refrigerate it either because there's no dairy in it. It doesn't have to be, but it's very soft, kind of like shortening when it's done. And this has a darker, I took it to a darker level. And all that goodies on the bottom, oh, that's gold, baby. So before I use this, I'm going to mix it all up and then spoon it out to measure it. So we have our butter starting to make noise. It's going to go through several morphed stages. All these white bits, they're gonna dissolve. Now, it's going to get really frothy, and it's going to be hard to see the bottom. That's why you're constantly moving it. Now, I did this in a flat bottom pan so that it'll be faster, and then you have more to visualize and see what's actually happening. Just for the record, my dogs are in a black playing. Even though it sounds like they're having a vicious fight, they're actually playing. Go figure. Okay, so as this melts, it's going to, like I said, it's going to change. You can refrigerate it when it's done. Like I said, you don't have to, because all the dairy solids and fat solids are removed. One thing about that particular thing right there, I had a friend over, and he had allergies to all dairy. Okay, now I am not giving out any kind of medical advice or anything like that. I'm just telling you a story about what happened and what I know. So we had breakfast. The whole family was here. We're having breakfast, and he was going, "Man, I would love toast." I said, "Well, I'll make you some toast." He goes, "Well, I can't have butter." And I said, "Well, let's just try this brown butter." And I'm telling you, even on toast, it's amazing. And he didn't get sick. So what does that mean? I don't know. Maybe he had a good day. I don't know. I'm just saying, with the solids, the dairy solids removed, who knows? Not me. I'm just saying that happened to me once. So you see it getting frothy, and you see it boiling. This is good. This is where, and we're going to stay here, and I'm just going to move the spatula along the bottom so that nothing gets stuck. And the reason I like spatula is because as a spoon, you're only going to get that much of the pan at a time. This way you get, 2 inches? So this goes. Now, nope, not yet. But for clarified butter, you would take it just a little bit further and then just remove this. And then that's clarified butter. Not quite yet. I'll tell you where. But it's all this white stuff is going to cover the entire pan, and I'm not going to be able to see the butter. So for you beginners, if this is where you are and you're a little nervous about it, lower the heat and then just constantly, even me, I constantly move. I want to see what's going on down there, because I don't want to burn it. Okay, so I was asked if the butter quality matters. I think I explained that. God, there were a slew of questions. And now, as I'm standing here, I can't remember them, but I stopped and I answered every single one of them. Because you are getting rid of so much liquid, that's what that extra 2 tablespoons for every cup. So there's 2 sticks plus 2 tablespoons. Does that help? However you want to remember it, just that's what you're going to go. And away we go. While we're here, I do want to take a minute just to welcome all my new subscribers. You guys, I was sick and you guys just shut up, man. I love that. So welcome, welcome, welcome. The intent of all my videos is not to impress you with what I can do, but to take away all intimidating factors so that you can do it. And I chose this pan also because it's white, so it'll help you see what you're doing. When I do this, I usually do it in a big pot, like 4, 5, 6 pounds at a time, because I use it. So I'm really excited that it's becoming a thing and people are very interested in it. So I still have my heat on high, but that's only because I'm comfortable with that. If you're not, you just, like I said, again, adjust it as you want to. You see how the solids are starting to just evaporate? I'll tell you what, doing it in a low pan is a lot easier than doing it in a big pot. The heat, probably because it's bigger and flatter and more heat space. I think I might do it more this way. All right, so I'm probably going to make some, I'm going to make a brown butter cake with a caramel icing. Shut up. Let me just bite that right now. And the cookies seem to be the biggest, and that's fine, man. I don't care what cookie you're making. The brown butter, it just knocks it up. Okay, so now I'm seeing brown bits down there. Did you see that? You're not going to be able to because now I'm going to lower my heat. Okay, and I'm going to take it off because I want to control this. I don't want it to rule me, but can you see the colors getting a little bit darker? Can you see that? Don't worry about it. The froth is just it's gonna go away. And I'm just scraping the bottom to make sure nothing sticks and burns, because that is our biggest concern. So now I'm going to put it back down. It's going to get hot and boiling again. And this is all I'm going to do until I'm in a place where I'm comfortable. Now let's say this is where you're at and you're saying, I don't want to go any further. I don't want to go any further. Don't. Take it off. Put it off the heat. You can do one of two things. You can strain this foam off, and that's fine. You can let it cool, and look at the brown bits. You see that? I'm almost where I think I want to stop. Can you see it? Oh, yes, I'm done. And I'm keeping it off the heat because I don't want to cook it anymore. But as I'm stirring it, it'll get rid of the froth, okay? Off of the heat, and I'm just stirring it. But I don't want to carry the pan. Let me adjust this. Okay, it's off the heat. You see that? And that gold, that's a nice color, especially for beginners. Get to the point where that's where you're at, and you'll be good. But that stuff on the bottom, that's the part that I just love. That's where all the flavor is, really. So I'm just going to keep on stirring this off the heat until the bubbles are gone. Then I'm just going to transfer it into a glass container and let it cool until I'm ready. You can refrigerate it. You don't have to. But if you make a lot, well, I still don't. But you can. You can. Your kitchen, your rules. So, again, this is what it looks like. I've taken it further, you see, and you see how easy it is to just... Can you see that? Yeah. Oh, that looks weird, but trust me, that's beautiful stuff. It looks burnt. It's not. And I can see why you would be intimidated, because you're thinking, no, it's burnt. That's what you want, sweets. Okay, I know I'm missing questions. Rats. I was hoping to give them to you right here and right now. The temperature, that's up to you. The time, that's up to you. The type of butter, that's up to you. Even the process is up to you. All you want to do is just get rid of the fat solids and the water and toast it. That's it. Like I say, the more you do this, the easier it'll be able to get darker and darker, and you'll have more and more flavor. But for now, for you beginners, you just don't be intimidated by it. The only difference between my stuff and your stuff is practice. That's all. All right, So I'm just going to let this go and let it sit. No, I better, because I don't want it to. This will get in the way, and when I say in the way, it will leave a film on top, a foam, and I'd rather not. I mean, I'm going to have to deal with it sooner or later, so let's just. But yes, you can scrape it off. And all of this is why you need that 2 extra tablespoons. Gosh, I wish you were here and you can ask me your questions, because I know you have them, and I'll answer them when this is up. And I love answering your questions and your emails. You guys you really do make a difference in my life, and I want to let you know that. And I appreciate you so much. All right. I know you get it, so I am going to stop, because really, enough already, Maria. So it'll sit. All right, so I'm going to put this in here just so you can see where the 1 cup is. If it makes more, that's fine. That's fine. It's not going to make like a lot more, just barely. But, and put it into a glass container or something that's going to hold the heat. 1 cup, but I'm not getting rid of that stuff, baby. This is the gold. This is what I worked for. Now, remember, oh, let me change. So remember, this is just my way of doing it. I mean, it's just like chopping onions. I chop an onion one way, you chop it another. Gordon Ramsay chops it another. In the end, we end up with a cup of chopped onions. Who cares? So don't worry so much about how someone else does it. Find your way, find your niche, brown that butter, baby. Until next time, have a great day. Happy baking.
That was fun. Don't forget to like and subscribe.